सो हेलो एवरीवन गाइस, कैसे हैं आप सब लोग। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट एन अनदर स्टैंडर्ड। AS 15 guys, which deals with employee benefit। तो गाइस इसको भी वैसे ही कवर करेंगे जैसे अपने सारे स्टैंडर्ड पे आप पहले के कवर किए हैं। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं। एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट मीन्स benefits in cash or kind in consideration of services paid or payable। So first point. Second point is it includes all employees whether skilled unskilled, skilled unskilled, part-time, full-time, labor, etc. Now the third point is ESOPs are excluded from AS 15 guidance note has already been issued by the ICI. Types of employee benefits. Types of employee benefits. First is short-term employee benefit. So guys, there are many types. So there are total 4 types of employee benefits, and the first one is short-term employee benefit. And first we are going to complete this short-term employee benefit, then we are going to take another type of employee benefit. So let's start with short-term employee benefit. Short-term employee benefit means consideration paid or payable, within 12 months from the end of accounting period against services performed. So thing we have to kept in mind is the benefits, the considerations which are payable within 12 months. within 12 months from the end of accounting period are called short-term employee benefits. So let's take an example. Guys, for example, please check the description of the video, and you may find the link in the description. Please download it from here, and please guys, please don't forget to share with your friends and do more likes and comments, guys, because it's the only thing which encourages us to do more and more efforts for all of us. So guys, please don't forget to like and make a short little bit comment on the particular standards. Even if you did not like the video, please press the dislike button and give a short reason for that. It's our pleasure to improve as per your suggestions or recommendations. So let's start, guys. Let's start with the example, and before starting the example, please download the file from the link provided below. So I'm reading the example, guys. I think before starting example, some short things are left which we have to cover. So guys, first cover these small points, such as there are journal entries. Only 2 journal entries are there. First, look out at this. So first one is for services performed and paid. The entry is employee benefit account debit to bank. Employee benefit account debit to bank. The second one is for amount payable. Entry is employee benefit account debit to employee benefit payable. So guys, these two are entries. This entry is for paid and this for payable. Employee benefit account debit to employee benefit payable, and here it is employee benefit account debit to bank, because here we are already paid the amount to the particular employee, but in that case we have make a provision for that. We didn't pay being provision made in this particular journal entry. We just make a provision for an amount which we are going to pay in the next year, guys, being provision made, and here it is being amount paid. So these are the 2 major journal entries, guys, and one more thing, guys, the last thing before starting an example. So let's see. We are talking about short-term economic benefits, right? In short-term economic benefits, there are 2 types of compensatory leaves provided. Let's see, guys. First one is, suppose there are leaves. There are 2 types of leaves available in the company. Suppose if some person, guys, we allows 5 leaves per month for an employee, and he takes only 3 months, then our accounting standard says what should be the treatment for remaining 2 days. And for that we have to see whether the leaves that the company is providing to us, whether they are in cumulative nature or non-cumulative nature. Guys, we have to check first. So we have to check whether the leaves are in accumulating nature or non-accumulating. If it's non-accumulating, then there should be no treatment for that. Then there should be no treatment. And if the leaves are accumulating in nature, then there are two possibilities, guys. First one is, our company says that we are giving leave against leave, leave against leave. Suppose you didn't take the 2 leaves in this month, so you can take your balance leaves in the next month. So this is the one thing. The other thing is very 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 beneficial or important part is cash or leave against leave. It's upon you whether to take the cash for that particular leave, or take a leave against leave. So in this case the employee has 100% certainty that the benefit of the leaves which he can't take is he can avail 100% benefit of the leave he didn't avail in the previous month or previous year, we can say. But in this case, guys, there is some might be, it's also possible that the employee can't take, the situation arises. Suppose I am working in a CA firm, and I didn't take any leave in the month of let's say May, and our rule is our rule of the firm is to take your remaining leaves in the next month. So in next month there is June, in July we have a due date for return for individuals, and while in September there is due date for companies. So due to work pressure, the firm didn't allow me to take my remaining leaves in this particular in this particular month. So my leaves are lapsed. So guys, we have to make an estimate there. Company has to make an estimate that how much it is possible to take and leave against leave. So it is not 100% certain, some estimations we have to make there. So this whole thing I have to tell you before starting any practical example. So now we are moving on to guys practical example for better understanding. Example is in the description list, is in the PDF form. Please download it from here and then start, guys. Give me a second, I have to take out the, yes, I have taken. So let's start, guys. I'm reading out the example. A Limited has a policy sorry, A Limited has a policy of accumulating leaves for employees. So A Limited policy of accumulating leaves. Here we are talking about the year 2000. Suppose we are talking about a month here, that is March 13. Okay, and the next one is leave allowed, leave availed, salary per month. These three things are given for employee A and employee B. Leaves allowed per month is 5 per month. Leave availed 3 per month. And in this case, leaves allowed 5 per month and leave availed only 2 per month. Salary per month is 30,000, and in this case salary is 60,000. and the excess leaves which not taken is 5 minus 3 2 and 5 minus 2 3. So we have to make a provision because we are working for March 2013. It's our closing date for the year 2012-13. So an employee A and B unable to take an advantage of the leaves, so these leaves are accumulating in nature. Now the company has to make an provision for this particular leaves, so that if employee avail the benefit in the next year. So guys, you have already know that we have to follow an matching concept, guys. Matching concept says revenue is equal to expense for that particular year, and one another concept says that all the expenses of a particular year has to be recognized in that particular year, whether the expense is paid or payable. So that's why we are making a provision in this particular case. So let's say how we can make. So it also been given that A can vest his leaves, but in case of B it is written B can't vest. And based on the performance, there is 80% chance of availing leave for B. There is 80% chance, guys. So what do you mean by vest? What do you mean by, guys, vest means they have both the option. There's either the A can take cash against these leaves, or he or she can take leaves against the leaves. So he has both the option, guys. So there is 100% certainty in that case. But in that case, it's clearly mentioned in the question that he can't vest. So, and his question already gave us the best estimate, that is there are only 80% chance that the B can take advantage of the excess leaves which he can't taken. So guys, both things are given to us, so we have to done the treatment on this particular case. So let's see how we can make. So first of all, guys, 5 minus 3 2, there are two excess leaves which he can't take, and salary per month is 30,000. Salary per month is 30,000 per month, and we have to this is for 30 days, so divided by 30, per day salary we have computed, and there is 100% chance that he can avail the leave. And in case of B, there are 3 leaves, and salary per month is 60,000 divided by 30, it's per day salary into 80%, because there is 80% chance that he can avail benefit of the leave. So let's see how it comes. It comes 2,048. The cumulative is 6,800. So the company has to make a provision for this amount. So what journal entry we have seen already? We have already seen that the journal entry for the provision, that is employee benefit debit to guys, employee benefit payable, or we can also write here provision for employee benefit. Both are correct, guys. So the figure is 6,800 and 6,800. This is March 2013. Now moving on to next year, guys. This is April, first month. and the particular employee says that I want to encash my leaves. So in that case, employee benefit debit to cash, that is 2000 2000, being leave entitlement paid. So we have done, guys, we have done first entry, that is employee benefit. This is for particular person A comes and says that I have to encash my excess leave, which for the benefit which I have didn't take due to any reason in that particular month. So I want money for in exchange for these leaves. So A has done with and the remaining part is in April 13, company has to also pay a salary employees benefit debit to bank, being salary paid. It's just a salary. We didn't even touch even a provision or anything like that. It's just a normal salary. Company pays an expense for that particular month. So 30,000 plus 60,000. We are assuming that there are only 2 employees in the company, because only 2 employees information we have taken in the example. So this is the first entry, this is the second entry. Now moving on to third entry. Now it's time to, guys, we are in April and we have already paid the cash against for A, but the provision we have made in earlier year, we have to revise that we have to reverse that particular provision in this particular month. So what should be the entry for the reverse for? So provision for employee benefit debit to employee benefit, amount is 6800. So we have seen how it's the treatment of short-term economic benefits. This is the comprehensive example for short-term benefits, guys. Now we are, I hope you have written down or seen. Please note it down if you have not yet done. Please, I am waiting for you, guys. Should I start now? So let's start now. Now we are coming on to second category, guys. Long-term employee benefit. We we try to understand this particular category through a particular example. Example is is in your PDF. So guys, please check it out. I am reading the example, guys. A Limited has defined one bonus plan payable after 6 years of service. So there is one bonus plan payable after 6 years of service. So while seeing that 6 years of service, we are paying a bonus plan to that particular employee. We have understood that while reading this point only, that this particular sum belongs to category 2, that is long-term employee benefit. Because guys, I have already mentioned, I have already explained that for short-term benefit the period is should not be more than 12 months. If it's for 12 months, then we have to solve the question as per short-term economic benefit, and in case of the period is more than 12 months, then you have to solve the question as per long-term employee benefit. So let's check it out, guys. Bonus plan is 6 years of service, and the amount of bonus will be 30% of salary, and one more thing is given, 30% of last drawn salary, 30% of last drawn salary for each year of service. I know you have didn't understand the meaning of line, so don't worry, we will explain each and everything. 30% of the last drawn salary for each year of service. What other information given in the question? Salary for Y0, salary at Y0 is given. So what should be the salary given? It's 40,000 per month. Salary is 40,000 per month, and the salary escalation rate is also given. Salary escalation rate, which is 8% per annum on the first day of year. Oh my god. On first day of year. So it's a very interesting point, guys. Use discount rate 10% and prepare liability sheet for the defined benefit obligation and generalized entries. So this particular information which we have extracted from the example which we have already given you in the PDF. So we are now trying to solve this particular question. It's a very interesting question, guys. So step 1. First of all, I explain what the example trying to explain us. He says that a particular company has given a 6-year bonus plan, and the amount of bonus is 30% of the salary, last drawn salary. Guys, last drawn. What do you mean by last drawn salary? Actually, we have already seen in our income tax in IPCC when we have even in final also, guys, we have already known the meaning of the last drawn salary in the chapter salary. So what it says that bonus plan is 6 years of service, and amount of bonus is equal to 30% of last drawn salary for each year of service. And Y0 at initial moment of time, the salary is 40,000 per month, and the salary escalation rate is equal to 8% per annum on first day of year. So what he is trying to say that we have a company has given a bonus plan of to that particular employees who should complete 6 years of service in our company, and the amount of bonus is 30% of the last drawn salary for each year of service. So guys, we have to consider while doing this particular example, and the salary escalation rate is also given. So step 1 is calculation of last drawn salary. Calculation of last drawn salary. So salary at Y0 is given, guys. Salary at Y0 is given. Now I am multiplying it with escalation rate is 8%, guys. I hope you are seeing that. So escalation rate is 1.08. So while multiplying 1.08, this salary is for then again calculate, multiplied with 1.08, then again multiplied with 1.08, then again multiplied with 1.08. So 1 2 3 4, and the last one is 5. So guys, please pay your attention here that we have given 6 years of service. In first year, the salary remains 40,000 at the end of the year. So from Y0 till end of the year, salary remains 40,000. In next year, salary rises, it's become 40,000 into 1.08. In the next year, salary becomes 40,000 into 1.08 into 1.08, and in that that particular direction, the salary keeps increasing year by year. But you have to pay attention here that in first year the salary is only 40,000. In first year salary is only 40,000, there is no increase. But in second year salary increase, and in third year salary increase, and in fourth year salary increase, and in fifth year salary increase, and in sixth year salary increase. But in first year there is no increment in salary, guys. I hope you understand what I am trying to say. So it comes here 58773. 58773 calculation. So step 1 we have done. Now moving on to step 2. Step 2 is calculation of projected benefit. Calculation of projected benefit. So for this particular step, you have to read down this line that the amount of bonus is 30% of the last drawn salary for each year of service. So what is the last drawn salary? We have already computed. So use this 58773. Now the question says 30% of last drawn salary. So it's no problem. I have done 30%. Then you say for each year of service. So each year into 6. So it comes 105,791, 1,05,791 guys. So we have already done the step 2. Now moving on to step 3. Step 3 is guys calculation of allocated benefit. It's nothing, it's a time wasting step. 105,791 divided by 6. So we have allocated our 6 years cost into year by year. Just the purpose of this step is that only. So it comes around 105,791 divided by 6, and it comes to guys 17632. So we have done 3 steps till now. Now moving on to step 4 sorry. Step 4 is guys calculation of current service cost. I know you didn't understand the meaning of this particular term. Don't worry guys, we'll explain each and everything. So y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5 and y6, because in the question it's already given that there are 6 years of service. So y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6. So in y1 our salary is allocated benefit is 17632, 17632, 17632, 17632, 17632, 17632. ठीक है. Now the discount rate given is 10%. So we have to compute the present value at the rate of 10% guys. So CSC is present value at the rate of 10%. I know that you didn't understand the meaning of this particular term. Don't worry, I'll explain you guys. Please give me some time. So while doing present value, I hope you all know to calculate present value, but still I'm doing 17632 divided by 1.1. It's for our first answer guys. 16. Sorry. Okay, I understand guys. Actually in this case we have to compute from downwards guys, from downwards. That is, this is 1, and this is our year 2, this is our 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Why I am moving from till down to up guys? So in year 6 we have to pay suppose guys, leave this particular example. Understand, I'm trying to explain in layman language. Suppose I have to make a payment to somebody in 6th year guys. 6th year in 6 सालों में मेरे को किसी पर्टिकुलर पर्सन को पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट से आई हैव टू पे 5 lakhs to that particular person. But at 6th year guys, at 6th year I have to make a payment to particular person. In 6th year I have to make a particular, at 6th year I have to make a payment to a particular person. So when I am standing at 5th year, suppose I am standing at 5th year, and I have got 10th get how should I pay. So when I am standing at 5th year, it's my first year guys. इट्स माई फर्स्ट ईयर। देन अगर मैं 5 साल से पीछे जाता हूँ, अगर मैं 4 साल के ऊपर, सपोज ये 5th ईयर है और ये 6th ईयर है, इस ईयर में मेरे को पेमेंट करनी है, जिसमें मैंने पेन पकड़ा हुआ है गाइस, इस ईयर में मेरे को पेमेंट करनी है, और ये मेरा 5th ईयर है गाइस, दिस इज माई 5th ईयर। 5th ईयर में मैं हूँ और मेरे को 6th ईयर में पेमेंट करनी है, तो ये वाला मेरा फर्स्ट ईयर होगा गाइस, ये वाला मेरा फर्स्ट ईयर होगा। बिकॉज ये फर्स्ट ईयर में क्यों बोल रहा हूँ गाइस, क्यों बोल रहा हूँ मैं फर्स्ट ईयर, बिकॉज अगर मेरे को 6th ईयर में पेमेंट करनी है तो मेरे को जो इंटरेस्ट होगा, मेरी जो इंटरेस्ट पोर्शन, जो सपोज आई हैव टू मेक अ पेमेंट टू पर्टिकुलर पर्सन इन द 5th ईयर, सपोज मैंने किसी से इंटरेस्ट पर पैसे लिए हुए थे, मेरे को 6th ईयर में उसको पैसे वापस देने थे, 6th ईयर में मेरे को उसको पैसे वापस करने थे, और अब मैं खड़ा हूँ गाइस 5th ईयर के ऊपर। तो 5th ईयर के ऊपर मैं खड़ा हूँ और मेरे को 6th ईयर में पैसे वापस करने हैं, तो ये तो सिर्फ एक ही साल का डिफरेंस हुआ ना, तो ये फर्स्ट ईयर हुआ गाइस मेरा, इसमें सिर्फ एक ही साल का इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, सिर्फ एक ही साल का इंटरेस्ट लगेगा। अब मैं जाता हूं, थोड़ा पीछे जा रहा हूं गाइस, ध्यान से देखना मेरे हाथ की, पेन वाला हाथ मेरा यहीं रहेगा, सिर्फ ये वाला हाथ मेरा चेंज हो जाएगा, आपको ध्यान से देखना पड़ेगा। मैं एक बार दोबारा पूरा ये पूरे प्रोसेस एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूं। ये मेरा हैंड है, ये एक्सप्लेन करेगा आपको कि इस 6th ईयर, दिस इज माई 6th ईयर, 6th ईयर में मेरे को पेमेंट करनी है। अभी मैं खड़ा हूँ 5th ईयर के ऊपर, 5th ईयर से 6th ईयर में कितना गैप है, 1 साल का, तो मेरे को इंटरेस्ट कितना देना पड़ेगा, 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट कितना देना पड़ेगा, 1 साल का। तो जब मैं प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालूंगा तो मेरे को 1 साल से पीछे टांगना पड़ेगा, 1 साल से पीछे उसको बैक करना पड़ेगा, यानी कि उसको डिस्काउंट करना पड़ेगा 1 साल के फैक्टर से गाइस, क्योंकि मैं यहां पर खड़ा हूं। अब मैं थोड़ा पीछे जा रहा हूं गाइस, अब मैं जा रहा हूं यहां से उठकर मैं जा रहा हूं यहां पर, यहाँ से उठ के मैं चला गया यहाँ पर। ये मैं कौन से ईयर पर चला गया, कौन से ईयर में चला गया, प्लीज़ बताइए गाइस। ये मैं चला गया 4th ईयर के ऊपर, 4th ईयर के ऊपर, और मेरे को पेमेंट क्या करनी है यहाँ पर, पेमेंट क्या करनी है यहाँ पर 6th ईयर में। तो 6th ईयर में मेरे को पेमेंट करनी है, 4th ईयर में मैं खड़ा हूँ, तो मेरे को कितने साल का इंटरेस्ट पे करना पड़ेगा उस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन को, 2 साल का इंटरेस्ट पे करना पड़ेगा। तो अगर मेरे को आज की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालनी है, अगर मेरे को निकालनी है, तो मेरे को 2 साल पीछे उसको टांगना पड़ेगा, पीछे उसको बैक करना पड़ेगा, पुल करना पड़ेगा, डिस्काउंट करना पड़ेगा। ऐसे ही गाइस फर्दर आगे प्रोसेस चलती रहेगी। सो माई I've tried to explain you that why I am going in opposite direction while discounting, while calculating current service cost. Current service cost is nothing but present value of the amount which we have to pay after 6 years. While calculating the present value, our only motive is to check out that if we have to pay the amount on the spot, then what amount we should pay, or why company is calculating this present value, because guys at 6th year company has to make a payment, after 6 years. Now the company makes companies arranging the funds for that particular payment, and that's why company knows how much we invest today, so we get 6 lakhs, so we get any amount we have to calculate. What amount is, so we have 105,791 at the year 6th year, because guys होगा क्या, 6 साल जैसे ही कंप्लीट होंगे, एम्प्लॉइज हमारे पास आ जाएंगे, हमारे पैसे हमारे को दो। कंपनी क्या कर रही है, कंपनी को 6 साल पहले ही आज उसने बोनस प्लान डिक्लेयर कर दिया है, तो कंपनी थोड़ा थोड़ा अपना जो है इन्वेस्टमेंट करती जा रही है, और 6 साल बाद उसको पर्टिकुलर एक अमाउंट मिलेगा। वो अमाउंट वो कंपनी जो है वहां से जहां उसने इन्वेस्टमेंट करी है उसको रियलाइज करके वो पर्टिकुलर इन्वेस्टमेंट वो एम्प्लॉय को पे कर देगी। सो आई होप गाइज आपको पूरा एकदम क्रिस्टल क्लियरिटी मिल गई होगी इसके ऊपर। आई हैव ट्राइड माई बेस्ट। So what is the meaning of current service cost? Current service cost is nothing but an present value of the amount which we have to pay after 6 years. It's just in present value, guys. So let's compute it down, guys. So the present value factor is, I think we have to write down present value factor first, because this is something weird thing we are doing. I hope many of you doing first time, so please write it down, the discounting factor first. So how to calculate discounting factor, guys? 1.1, it's 10% na, discounting rate is 10%. So I have written 10 and divided by 100. It's come 0.1. Then I have add 1.1. Then I press this divide button, guys, 2 times. Then I'm making this, I'm pressing this button, E is equal to, it's come 0.099. So it's very easy process. And for second year it's come 0.826. I'm just pressing the is equal to button, then 0.7513, then 0.683, then 0.620, then 0.564. I hope you understand this also. I already know that many of you have already know to compute present value, but I'm just showing a demo for that we have 0.621, 0.683, 0.751, 0.826, 0.909, and 1 and CSC. So I have just multiplying this amount with this particular present value factor. It comes 10949 and 12043, 13243, and 14564, and 16027, and 1732. So we have done, guys. We have done with step 3. Now the last step is coming for you, guys. Step 5. This is the last step. Now we are making the liability sheet. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and year 6. So write it down. Opening balance. Opening balance is nil. Current service cost, interest cost, and the closing balance. Please see, guys, here in step 4 we make discounting, that we pull the figures, pull the figures today. हमने उनको, गाइस, टांगा, उनकी फिगर्स को ना पीछे पुल बैक करके यहाँ पर लेकर आए. अब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, गाइस, जो पुल बैक करके फिगर्स लेके आए ना, हमने ये हिसाब लगाया कि अगर हमारे को 6 साल बाद अगर हमारे को 105,791 पेमेंट करनी है, तो सबसे पहले हमने उनको टुकड़ों में बांटा. पूरे सपोज अगर मेरे को ईयर 6 में पेमेंट करनी है 10579 की, तो मैंने उसको ईयरली बांटा कि सपोज मेरे को ईयरली कितनी पेमेंट करनी है, तो मैंने निकाल लिया 17632, 17,000 समथिंग मेरे को ईयरली पेमेंट करनी होगी. फिर मैंने देखा कि अगर मेरे को 6 सालों बाद 17632 पेमेंट करनी है, तो उसका मैंने प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर मैंने निकाला, तो ये आया, गाइस, ये आया 10949. ऐसे ही मैंने इसका निकाला तो ये आया. अब मैं क्या करने वाला हूं, जैसे मेरा 10949 आया, तो इसके ऊपर कितने सालों का इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, गाइस? 6 सालों का इंटरेस्ट लगेगा. सो कंपनी एक्चुअली करना क्या चाह रही है, क्यों कर रहे हैं हम, ये क्यों बना रहे हैं, गाइस? ये क्यों, मैं आपको ऑलरेडी बता चुका हूं ये क्यों बना रहे हैं. मैं आपको एक बार दोबारा रिपीट कर देता हूं. सपोज ये कंपनी ने निकाल लिया कि ये ना 10949 का अगर हम ईयर 1 में, जिस ईयर में हमने अनाउंस किया है, उसी ईयर में हमारे को 10949 अपना पैसा अलग कर देना होगा. फिर इस पे कितनी बार का इंटरेस्ट जुड़ेगा, गाइस? कितनी बार का इंटरेस्ट जुड़ेगा? 6 बार का. 5 टाइम्स का, गाइस, इंटरेस्ट जुड़ेगा. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. तो 5 बार का, गाइस, इसमें ना 5 बार का इंटरेस्ट जुड़ा होगा. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. तो 5 सालों का इसमें इंटरेस्ट जुड़ेगा, गाइस. इसमें कितने सालों का जुड़ेगा? 1, 2, 3, 4. फिर इसमें कितने सालों का जुड़ेगा, गाइस? 1, 2, 3. फिर इसमें से कितने सालों का जुड़ेगा? 1, 2. इसमें सिर्फ 1, इसमें 0. ये 1 है, गाइस, इसमें 0. तो ऐसे हम काम करेंगे. अब हम इंटरेस्ट जोड़ेंगे, गाइस. Now we have to add the interest. Here we are making a present value. Now we are adding the interest to these figures. So CSC in year 1 is 10949, interest cost in year 1 is 0, closing balance is 10949. So now at year 2 this closing balance becomes opening balance 10949, and CSC in year 2 is 12043, 12043, एंड इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट एट द रेट ऑफ 10%. 10% किसका निकालेंगे गाइस, इसका निकाल दूं या इसका निकालूं? भाई ये हमने ईयर 1 पर इन्वेस्ट किया था, तो अब इंटरेस्ट हमारे को इसी के ऊपर मिलेगा ना गाइस, इसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा ना हमारे को. ये सपोज करो हम ये एक इन्वेस्टमेंट कर दी 10949 की, तो अब हमारे को अगर जो इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा तो वो इस अमाउंट पर मिलेगा ना, इस अमाउंट पर मिलेगा ना. या फिर आप ऐसे कह सकते हो कि अगर हमारे को 10949 अगर हमने आज किसी बंदे से लिया और 6 साल बाद उसको देना है, तो इसके ऊपर कितना इंटरेस्ट लगेगा गाइस, कितना इंटरेस्ट लगेगा? 10949 इंटू 10% ऐड कर देंगे 1 साल के लिए, तो कितना हो जाएगा इंटरेस्ट, कितना आएगा? 1095, राउंड ऑफ कर दिया मैंने गाइस. तो 1095 हमारा क्या आ गया, इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट आ गई. तो इस पर्टिकुलर ईयर का क्लोजिंग बैलेंस कितना हो गया गाइस, को क्लोजिंग बैलेंस कितना हो गया, एक बार चेकआउट करते हैं. 12043, तो इन तीनों को मैंने प्लस कर दिया गाइस, इट्स कम्स 24087. फिर मैंने 24087 को यहाँ पर लिखा, और CSC मेरा थर्ड ईयर में है 13243. फिर इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट आती है मेरी 10%. 10% किसके ऊपर लगाऊंगा इस 10% इसके ऊपर लगा दूँ या इसके ऊपर, इसके ऊपर 24087 के ऊपर, तो कितना आएगा भाई? ये तो हमने अभी लगाया ना, ये तो अभी सपोज करो, ये तो अभी ये तो पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट की इन्वेस्टमेंट तो अभी करी, बट ये पहले से करी हुई है, इंटरेस्ट तो इसके ऊपर लगेगा ना गाइस, तो लगाओ इसके ऊपर. इट्स कम टू 2409. सो ऐड कर दो इन तीनों को, कितना आएगा? 39738. फिर 39738 मैंने यहाँ लिखा. फिर CSC आप चेक कर लो गाइस, आप जो टेबल हमने बनाया था उसमें 14564 आ रही थी, इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट आपके पास आ गई 3974, और इन तीनों को ऐड कर दीजिए 58276. फिर यहाँ पर 58276 आ गया. फिर CSC आप ऐड कर दीजिए 14564. फिर यहाँ पर इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट भी आप ऐड कर सकते हैं 3974. फिर यहाँ पर आप इसको तीनों को ऐड कर दीजिए. ये दोबारा एक सेकेंड 58276 मेरा यहाँ पर आया गाइस. मैंने ये फिगर्स ना गलत लिख दी, 16027 था ना ये, तो 16027 यहाँ पर लिखा, और यहाँ पर इसको 58276 के ऊपर इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, तो इंटरेस्ट कितना होगा? 5828. फिर टोटल कितना आएगा गाइस? 80131. सॉरी गाइस इतना गंदा हो गया. सो प्लीज़ कोऑपरेट गाइस, सॉरी. यहाँ पर 80131 आया. और CSC कितना था लास्ट ईयर में? CSC था गाइस लास्ट ईयर में कितना था भाई? लास्ट ईयर में CSC कितना था? 17632. 17632. तो 17632 मैंने यहाँ पर लिख दिया. इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट मेरे पास, इसके ऊपर मैं इंटरेस्ट लगाऊंगा तो 8013 मेरे पास इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा. तीनों को ऐड करेंगे तो 105776. गाइस देखिए, अब इस फिगर को मैंने क्या बोला था आपको, 6 साल बाद हमारे पास कितना पैसा आ जाना चाहिए, कितना इकट्ठा हो जाना चाहिए? 105791. अब आप यहाँ पर देखिए, मैंने क्या करा था, छोटे छोटे अमाउंट को एक सालों में डिवाइड करा था, मैंने इन्वेस्ट कर दिया था. फिर उसके ऊपर मेरे पास जो कंपनी ने गाइस, ये एक्चुअली हम यहाँ पे इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं कर रहे, यहाँ पर हम लाइबिलिटी शीट बना रहे हैं. हम यहाँ पर लाइबिलिटी शीट बना रहे हैं. तो कंपनी ने क्या करा, अपनी लाइबिलिटी को ना पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया. उसने बोला कि अगर हम 1 साल में, इस साल में हमारे को 10949 निकाल कर रखते हैं, तो 10949 में सपोज वो कंपनी कहती है कि सपोज हमारे को इस पर्टिकुलर ईयर में उसको 10,000 रुपये उसको देने थे, बट हमने उस एम्प्लॉय को 10,000 रुपये नहीं दिए। हमने उसको कहा भैया हम आपको ना 6 साल बाद 10,000 रुपये देंगे। हमने उसको कहा हम आपको ना 6 साल बाद 10,000 रुपये देंगे। तो गाइस कोई भी किसी से भी आप कह के देखना, मार्केट में जाना और बोलना कि भैया मेरे को ना 10,000 रुपये दे दीजिए, आई विल पे दीज 10,000 टू यू आफ्टर 6 ईयर्स। तो गाइस वो क्या करेगा, वो पर्टिकुलर पर्सन क्या करेगा, बोलेगा ठीक है आप ले लीजिए मेरे से 10,000, बट मैं आपको ना एक इंटरेस्ट रेट चार्ज करूंगा। मैं आपको 10% पर एनम के हिसाब से इंटरेस्ट रेट आपके ऊपर लगाऊंगा, आपके प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट के ऊपर लगाऊंगा। ठीक है, तो वही काम यहाँ पर हो रहा है। 10949 हमारे को 1 साल में देना था, उसको ईयर 1 में देना था, बट हमने नहीं दिया, तो इसके ऊपर हमने इंटरेस्ट लगाया गाइस। 1 साल में, एक पहले साल में तो उसने हमारे को देना ही था, तो इंटरेस्ट कितने सालों का लगेगा, 1 2 3 4 5। हमने वही गाइस इंटरेस्ट लगाया इस पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट पे, 5 सालों तक हमने इसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट लगाया। फिर ऐसे ही दूसरे साल का जब CSC आया 12053, इसमें हमने 4 साल का 1 2 3 4 साल का इंटरेस्ट लगाया। तो ऐसे इंटरेस्ट लगा लगा के एक क्यूमुलेटिव फिगर हमारे पास 6th ईयर में आती है, वो आती है 105776। ये मत कहना कि आंसर गलत है, यहाँ पर 105791 है और यहाँ पर 105776 है। गाइस ये राउंडिंग ऑफ का डिफरेंस है, बाकी कोई भी एरर नहीं है, कोई भी बाकी एरर नहीं है। तो ये गाइस हमने प्रूव कर दिया कि अगर हम टुकड़ों में बांटकर और उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट चार्ज कर 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 करेंगे तो ये फिगर हमारे पास आएगी गाइस। तो ये कुछ बेसिक AS15 के गाइस कुछ बेसिक कंसेप्ट था। ये 2 क्वेश्चन हमने करे हैं सिर्फ, एक शॉर्ट टर्म इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट के ऊपर, एक लॉन्ग टर्म इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट के ऊपर। तो आई होप आपको ये दोनों इजी पार्ट थे। पार्ट 1 था गाइस हमारा ये, और दोनों ही इजी क्वेश्चन थे, बेस था, ये बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक कह सकते हैं आप AS15 का था। और AS15 इट्स वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट स्टैंडर्ड्स फॉर CA फाइनल। सो गाइस थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो एंड स्टे ट्यून्ड, stay subscribed guys, and please don't forget to share with your friends। और हाँ यार प्लीज़ प्लीज़ इट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट, प्लीज़ अगर आपको अच्छी लगी हो तो प्लीज़ यार लाइक करना ना भूलें, कमेंट करना ना भूलें, बिकॉज गाइस इट्स जस्ट it's motivate us or encourage us to do more and more for all of us. So thank you very much guys. I hope you do more likes, shares and comments. So thank you very much. God bless you all guys. Thank you.